Joining me is head football coach Norm Esch. Talking with Coach Kim Nelson-Brown. Talking with Tommy Gilbert from the swim team. And joining us is Coach Oz of women's soccer. Welcome to the Titan Coaches Show. I'm your host, Derek Bohlman. Joining us is Coach Oz of women's soccer. Coach Oz, thanks for taking some time with us.
Thanks for having me.
And I'm going to stick with Coach Oz because I'm not sure I can get that last name. But if you could say it for us just once, that'd be awesome.
It's Bakirdan.
Bakirdan. There we go. I got it once. First of all, congratulations, regular season CCIW conference champions.
Yeah, thank you.
So tell me a little bit about the team, who some of the top players are, both offensively and defensively, along with your goaltender.
Well, our goalie, we only actually have one. Kayla Borg's our goalie. She's doing an excellent job. Defensively, which we take a lot of pride in, I would say Heather, Dietrich, Audrey, Rachel, Madison have stepped up. We have other players like a freshman, Maya Bassan, steps in. Amanda Yeager comes in. Paige Griffin. So we have a lot of people that step in. Lacey Drakatis. Maggie Peters is our six. So our formation's a 4-1-4-1. So, our goal was to not concede more than 15 goals in the regular season. I think we're at 13 right now with one game left. So, it's quite an improvement from last year. I think last year they conceded like 43 goals. And so that was a goal that we put out as a team that we were trying to strive for. And we've done very well with that. Offensively, Sue Stevens is actually, probably our most dangerous threat goal-scoring wise. But we also have Lisa Matamore, Jenna Lee, Lauren Shanks is another one that has been playing very well. And then freshman Sawyer White, who's playing at center mid, who's done a fabulous job as a freshman coming in. She plays 90 minutes every game, so she's done really well for us. So I feel like we just don't have one threat from an offensive side. We have quite a few people that can score goals, so that's what makes us very dangerous.
Well, you do have 5 players with 3 or more goals. Stefan's leading the way with 17 in just 14 games. That's incredible in soccer because you don't get that much scoring, and yet she's scoring over 1 a game.
It is. She's very talented, but a lot of that has to do with her teammates getting her the ball and recognizing that. And so I look at it as a team effort. I'd like to see her over 20 goals for the season. I think that's attainable, and she's a great leader on and off the field.
Well, to talk about the teamwork, your team has 40 goals, 35 assists. That means only 5 times did a player steal the ball and score on their own or make individual moves. So that goes to show that team effort. Is yours team the flow of the game? Are you more of a patient team working the ball around, or you turn your defense into offense and attack quickly?
No, we're actually our focus is possession. We don't like to kick it long and chase it into the channels. A lot of teams do that. We want to possess the ball. It's easier to possess the ball than chase the ball. And I think over a 90-minute span, it really wears teams out. If you notice, like some of our games, we're able to score a lot of goals in the second half. And, even in the game we just lost, we were actually up 1-0. They tied it. We were up 2-1. And then we ended up conceding at the end. We just struggled with defending corner kicks against North Central.
Well, a lot of people don't know this about me. I was a baseball player in college, but I also played soccer for 2 years. I would not have made your team by any means. I was the guy who they'd kick and run at the end of the game because I could run fast. But one of my favorite drills in practice was what we called keep away, possession game.
Yep.
Working on moving the ball. When you do that, as you work against some teams that maybe you're a little better on, are those some of the things you work on? So many touches before you get a shot, or something along those lines?
We don't really put a number on it, but the way we possess the ball, move the ball, we're technically good enough to do that. And so I challenge the players because that is not a style they were used to. One of my favorite goals of the season, I think, was against Wheaton, where we started with a goal kick and we literally moved the ball up the field. I think there was 7 passes in a row and we scored without them touching the ball. Those are some things that I'm real proud of with the players. There are times in the middle of the game where we might get 8 to 12 passes in a row without the other team touching the ball. And I think that just goes to show you the ability of the players, and the players have bought into the system. You know, it's they were used to playing it in the channels, and now we're trying to keep the ball and possess it, and they've had a lot of success with that.
Well, obviously a lot of success winning the CCIW. You're 6-1-1 in conference. North Central, they're undefeated, but they're 4-0-3. For those who don't know, for soccer, you get 3 points for a win, 1 for a tie. So you're at 19 points. They're at 15. They have one more match to go. But you've done very well with that, which puts you in position to host for the conference tournament. How important is that to be able to play on your home field?
I think it's amazing. We're the only team in the conference with a grass field. We're used to that, our team is. And I think the biggest advantage is we don't have to travel. You know, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your normal meals, you're not, traveling, you're not getting Jimmy John's, you're not sitting on the bus for 3 hours and then trying to go play a game. We don't have to get up at 7 a.m. for a noon game. So I think there's a huge benefit to that. So right now, as the 1 seed, we get a bye in the first round. And so then we play the winner of the 4-5 game. And I think that's yet to be determined because everyone else still has one more conference game.
Yeah, right now in fourth place, there's a 3-way tie between Carroll, Milliken, and Wheaton. They have 10 points. Augustana has 11. So it could be any of those 4 teams playing in that 4-5 game against each other, and then you would get the winner of that as we go forward. Soccer is definitely a team game, and it takes leadership. And on the field, we can look at stats to see who those leaders are. But off the field or during the game, sometimes it's not stats that make a difference. Who are some of the young ladies who step up that maybe we wouldn't notice if we just look at the stat sheet?
I mean, I think if you look at players like Maggie Peters, who plays the 6 for us, she switches the field of play from one point to the other. I use Heather Dietrich as an example because Heather last year, up until I came here, she was actually a forward. I moved her back to center back. She's accepted that role, and she's done a fabulous job. I think she anchors our defense. I think is a big part of it. Rachel White's another one. Madison Fisher. I would say her defense, Kayla Borg, I can't say enough about her. It's just, there's quite a few players. Lisa Matamore stepped into the role of the 9. That's something she's, I don't think, used to. So we've moved some players around. I think Jenna Lee is one of the most underrated players, I think, in the conference. She's just a very talented player. She's very technical. She distributes the ball well. Lauren Shanks is another one. I think she scored 4 goals this year that are considered game winners, leads the conference as an outside mid. So, and I can't say enough about the rest of the team, even a lot of my players that don't get a lot of minutes, the way they train, the way they come to training sessions, the energy they bring on the sideline, they're very positive. I love the team chemistry, the team culture. I want my players to care about each other, to love each other. And I think that, I want them to know that I care about them, and I want the best for them. And I think that's what makes this team so good.
Well, this is my first time sitting down talking with you, but I see a theme with every Illinois Wesleyan coach that I talk to, whether they've been here for 20 years or their first year, and it's family. Talking about caring for each other, that's what I see in family. As you get into the recruiting season and talk about that, what are you looking for in players to bring them to Illinois Wesleyan?
Well, I mean, from a soccer standpoint, we look for technical players. From a citizen standpoint, I look for people that are players that are team players that, are just as happy for their teammates scoring as them scoring. Buying into being one team, one family. Actually, that's one of the reasons why I applied for this position. My kids both go here, and I just wanted the opportunity to be a part of an amazing university. And, Mike Wagner gave me that opportunity, and I've embraced it. I actually love it. I don't really feel like I have a job. It's something I love to do. I love coming in. Coaching soccer is a passion of mine, and having the success on the field is just like a bonus for that. And so.
Well, Coach, you've got a match coming up. As we record this, it's tomorrow. When people hear this, the match will already be over, about 24 hours. But tell us a little bit about those who watched that match. What would they have seen if they go back and watch the match?
They're gonna see us play. A technical game. We're going to try to possess. We don't do a lot of, our goalie doesn't punt the ball a lot. We don't play a lot of long ball. We play short goal kicks, play out of the back. My goalie rolls it out of the back. It's just something that we do. We don't press high. We will sit back and let you possess on your half, but when you come in towards our half, we'll force the issue. And I think the girls have kind of really bought into that, and I think that's what you're going to see. You're going to see a lot of possession. You're going to see us want to keep the ball as long as we can and try to wear the other team out, and hopefully we get a positive result with that.
Well, I usually encourage listeners to go to IW Sports and watch the stream and all that. Mm-hmm. But for soccer, if you can make it in person, please make it in person, because soccer is totally different in person than watching it on a computer screen or a TV. And our fans will have that opportunity a week from Wednesday, November 2nd. That's a semifinal. It's a 7 o'clock start right here on campus, and that is located basically just north of the baseball field.
Correct, right next to it. There's 2 gates of entry. It's free admission. We'd love to see everyone come out and support the team. The ladies do a great job, and hopefully we can get the win.
And get that win, and then on Saturday, if you get the win, you'd be hosting again on Saturday. Time to be determined on that opponent also. We don't know for either of those matches. But we are talking with Coach Oz of women's soccer. And, Coach, we thank you for coming up, talking with us, and hopefully we're going to get a conference tournament victory and a chance to play in the NCAA tournament.
I hope so. That's the goal, is to get there, and I'm real proud of the girls. And as long as they keep working as hard as they do in training, hopefully we'll have the success.
That is Coach Oz. I'm Derek Bohlman on the Titan Coaches Show.